Since 2020, I was chosen to be a bishop for Ukrainian Catholics in Australia, New Zealand and Oceania. And right now, on the 6th of October this year, I was appointed by the Holy Father Francis to be in this College of Cardinals.
The appointment of Cardinal Mykola Bichak by Pope Francis has captured global attention and sparked profound conversations about the future of the Catholic Church. He has become the youngest cardinal in the world, a role that is as extraordinary as it is symbolic.
Yes, I'm the youngest one through any 2 and almost 50 cardinals which we have at this time. That good, but as well many challenges in the future in my ministry.
But Cardinal Bichak's story is not just remarkable because of his age. It is a narrative of resilience, humility, and faith in action, forged in the crucible of history and lived out amid some of the most turbulent times the Church and his homeland of Ukraine have faced. Born in 1980 in the heart of Ukraine, Mykola Bichak was raised in a land steeped in the vibrant traditions of the Ukrainian Greek Catholic Church. For centuries, this church had been a cornerstone of Ukrainian culture and identity, enduring relentless persecution under imperial powers and Soviet oppression. During his childhood, Ukraine was in the throes of profound transformation. The collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991 marked a turning point, but it was a time of uncertainty and hardship for many families, including Mykola's. While others pursued security in this new era, Mykola felt a higher calling. Even as a young boy, he was marked by an unshakable sense of purpose and an unusually deep connection to his faith. In 1999, at the age of 19, Mykola made the life-changing decision to enter the seminary. While many of his peers were focused on building careers and personal lives, Mykola embraced a life of spiritual service. He was ordained a priest in 2005, and his first major assignment took him far from his homeland, across the globe to Australia, where he ministered to the Ukrainian Catholic diaspora. Imagine the challenge: a young priest, not yet 30, in a foreign land with its own unique culture, tasked with bringing hope, unity, and spiritual guidance to a community far removed from its roots. Yet Mykola did not just meet the challenge, he thrived. Known for his warmth, humility, and ability to connect with people of all ages and backgrounds, Father Bichak quickly gained a reputation as a compassionate and dynamic leader. He revitalized scattered communities, creating spaces where people could reconnect with their faith, their heritage, and one another. Parishioners often remarked on his ability to blend deep respect for tradition with an openness to the modern realities of life, making the teachings of the Church accessible and relevant to all. In 2020, after more than a decade of service in Australia, Mykola Bichak returned to Ukraine, where he was appointed Bishop of the Ukrainian Catholic Eparchy of the Holy Protection of Kyiv.
The Lord, out of His great love, has chosen me as His instrument. Through me, He can be served among God's people. I thank God for the gift of life, and at the same time, I thank my parents who received the gift of giving life from God and passed it on to me. Even though they are far from me today in Ukraine, however, they are joined to me in prayer. My heart is filled with gratitude to God for the gift of my vocation to religious, priestly, and episcopal ministry.
It was a time of immense challenges for the region. Just 2 years later, the full-scale Russian invasion of Ukraine began, plunging the nation into chaos and conflict. For many, these were years of fear and uncertainty. For Bishop Bichak, they became a defining period of his ministry. Rather than retreating into the safety of administrative duties, Bichak became a hands-on leader. He transformed churches under his jurisdiction into centers of refuge and humanitarian aid, providing shelter, food, and hope to thousands of displaced families.
We are looking for a just peace. What does it mean, just peace? That occupier, we know who is occupier, Russia, will be punished by whole world. And we, Ukraine, as a victim of this war, will be justified.
He visited soldiers on the front lines, offering spiritual guidance and emotional support, and worked tirelessly to ensure that his community knew they were not alone in their suffering. His actions spoke volumes about what it truly means to be a shepherd of the faithful, to walk alongside those who are hurting, to bring solace to those in despair, and to stand firm in the face of overwhelming adversity. By 2024, his extraordinary leadership and steadfast faith had caught the attention of Pope Francis, who made the groundbreaking decision to appoint Mykola Bychak as a cardinal. For many, this was not just a recognition of Bychak's individual achievements, but a profound statement about the future direction of the Catholic Church. In naming a 44-year-old Ukrainian cardinal, Pope Francis highlighted the need for a church that is youthful, global, and rooted in the experiences of those on the margins. So what makes Cardinal Bychak so extraordinary? First, his global perspective sets him apart. Having ministered on 2 continents, he understands the diverse realities of the Catholic faithful. In Australia, he learned how to bridge cultural divides and engage with people far removed from their homeland. In Ukraine, he faced the raw realities of war and suffering, leading with compassion and courage. This unique combination of experiences equips him to bring a truly global voice to the Church's leadership. Second, his ministry has always prioritized those on the peripheries. Whether working with displaced refugees, comforting families torn apart by war, or supporting soldiers defending their homeland, Cardinal Bychak has consistently placed himself in the heart of the world's pain. His leadership style is not about grand speeches or distant decision-making. It's about being present, listening, and serving with humility. Third, Cardinal Bychak represents a vital bridge between generations. As the youngest member of the College of Cardinals, he carries the hopes and expectations of a younger generation of Catholics, many of whom feel disconnected from the institutional church. Bychak's youthful energy, coupled with his deep respect for tradition, makes him a figure who can unite the wisdom of the past with the aspirations of the future. His example speaks directly to young Catholics, showing them that they are not only part of the Church's present, but also its future. Finally, Mykola Bychak embodies the idea that faith is not just about words, but about action. His life is a testament to the power of living out one's beliefs through service. Whether in a bustling Australian city, a quiet Ukrainian village, or a war-torn region, Bychak has demonstrated that leadership is about more than titles. It's about walking with people through their struggles and showing them the face of God in their most difficult moments. Cardinal Bychak's appointment is a beacon of hope, not just for Ukraine, but for the entire Catholic Church. His story reminds us that leadership is not defined by age or status, but by courage, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to serve. In a world often divided by conflict and despair, he is a living example of unity, resilience, and the enduring promise of hope. Pope Francis once said, "The future of the Church is built by those who have faith in today." Cardinal Bychak is the embodiment of that faith, a leader who has faced immense challenges yet continues to inspire through his unwavering dedication to God and humanity. As the youngest cardinal, he represents not just the future of the Church, but the strength and vitality of a faith that endures even in the face of unimaginable adversity. His story challenges all of us to reflect on how we too can bring light and hope into the world, no matter where we are or what struggles we face.